And we're back. We got VannDa Hit the Road. I got the official music video, closed caption and everything on. I was only planning on that Drake album reaction to be like one video and take one day. But unfortunately, a couple portions of it were getting like blocked instead of just copyrighted. So I had to end up like doing some editing, and I split it out into 3 videos. So if you guys could check that out, that'd be dope. And as always, check out the Discord and everything, and we'll jump right in today. Gotta have that Budweiser. I always get scared that it's... There it goes. I always wonder if it's gonna play anything, because it always ends up being quiet in the beginning. Okay. It's gonna be like a somber song. Ooh. I like that coloring that they put on the sky. It's like purple and green, which are... I always forget. There it goes. Right there. My channel colors. So let's keep going.
Baby, can you pick up my phone?
Okay.
Hide away on tongue, I won't know alone.
It's gonna be like a... Is this a breakup song, or is this just gonna be him and his girl fighting a little bit? So let's back up just a little bit. There's a different pocket than I think I've seen him in. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna back up again. There were 2 things I wanted to mention. I really like that image of him holding that, what was it, that umbrella or whatever, and it was all kind of almost no color to it. That seemed really dope. Now, I was gonna say, for an outsider who doesn't speak Khmer, to me, that singing sounds like magical. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's just not my language, so I don't focus on the words as much, if that makes sense. Like, I'm reading it, but my brain doesn't pick up the words. So for me, I just pick up the sounds and how it sounds to my ears. So it sounds a little more, I think, magical in a way. That's the best word I can come up with. It's just more melodic than if it had been in English for me.
Baby, can you pick up my phone? On my phone, hide away on tongue, I won't know alone.
Definitely relatable though. Where do I get that hat that he's got? Ooh. Hold up, I gotta rehear this part. So okay, I'm liking the message of this song so far, because it's a simple enough message, right? A lot of artists do it, and it's super relatable, but I think that's why it's done so often, is that it's relatable. Now, I'm not entirely sure just yet off this first minute on whether he's talking about an ex or just a girl that he's maybe going back and forth on with some issues. And either way, both of them are pretty relatable. But I like the way that he included that little bit of, braggadocious type of thing, where he's like, hey, I'm just going to light up my Audi. And honestly, I think that's the way a lot of richer artists, maybe even people that aren't that rich but just have a little bit of money, kind of deal with pain sometimes, is consumerism. You know what I mean? I know I've done it.
Did it for me. I'm on the road overseas.
Yeah, that's that feeling right after heartbreak. Ooh, I like that little part. Yeah, I mean, he's describing heartbreak basically, and definitely relatable. I mean, he said, I like the way you put this. My eyes are dry, my liver almost explodes. Now, what I'm picking up from that is he's not going to let himself cry, right? Because it's a sign of weakness sometimes, especially as a guy, where you want to cry, right? But you don't want to have that image of you crying. So he's saying, my eyes are dry, but my liver almost explodes, like he's drowning his pain in alcohol, which is another common thing. So I like the way he put that.
មានរឿងមិនចេះចប់ដោយមើលរឿងអេពីសូតស្នេហាតែទៅឈឺចាប់របងហ៊ានស្លាប់ដើម្បីអូនហេតុអ្វីក៏ខ្ញុំ break up ចែកផ្លូវរស់នៅ alone cheer up I gotta cheer up មិនចង់ធ្លាក់ដល់ចំណុចសូន្យ baby do you miss me I
easier said than done, you know.
មានអូនភ្លេងក៏ងឹតដូចខ្ញុំបន្ទប់មួយតែបិទចិត្ត all the fucking pain រួមរត់បេះដូងដល់ទៅក៏ពិតតែ green sweat ដឹងថាអូនប្រែអស់ស្នេហ៍ប៉ុន្តែបងនៅតែក្បែរព្រោះចង់ថែ baby you driving me crazy កុំពុកពីព្រោះតែស្នេហ៍
Yeah, the way he sung that was pretty amazing. I'm liking all of this. Like, all the lines are super relatable. And, you know what's funny is me coming right off of the Drake album where he, usually all of his songs kind of deal with the same thing. He recycles that a lot where he's talking about heartbreak or girls kind of breaking his trust, that sort of thing. And I like seeing it from his perspective right back to back because I can kind of compare the two. And obviously, a lot of the elements are similar. It's heartbreak is heartbreak no matter where you are or who you are. But I like the way he's putting it. It's a little slightly more artistic.
Do you miss me? I just miss you by my own. Min own playing on it. Look at my top with the budget. All the fucking pain room red. Bet don't dot take up with the green sweat. Don't town proud snipe and tie bong no the goodbye pro chong tie. Baby, you driving me crazy. Come pong what we pro this night.
It's a dope watch though. I got a little watch collection going. I like that hat, whatever he's got though.
Baby, can you pick up my phone?
Yeah, the beat works really well with the words that he's saying, just real somber. I really like whoever his videographer is, he does some really amazing shots. I like just the silhouette against the silhouette against like the sunset. That's a really cool shot.
Maybe I should go តែបងដូចជាមិនតន់ចង់ទៅព្រោះមានរឿងជាច្រើនដែលពួកយើងមិនតន់កែតម្រូវរឿងកន្លងដែលសាងពួក
I'm liking how he's finishing these sentences to flow because it's hard to explain because to put into words, but basically it feels like he would end that sentence quicker and that would be a more standard rhythm in rap, but the way that he extends it a little melodically, I like that. But yeah, definitely you get the feeling too, right? It's sometimes you just want to fix what's there, but sometimes it's a little too far gone where it's not really worth fixing. You never know. It's the hard part.
Maybe I should go តែបងដូចជាមិនតន់ចង់ទៅព្រោះមានរឿងជាច្រើនដែលពួកយើងមិនតន់កែតម្រូវរឿងកន្លងដែលសាងពួកយើងបានចងក្រងដោយសិភៅផ្លូវដែលយើងធ្លាប់ដើរជាមួយនឹងផ្ទះដែលយើងចង់នៅដឹងថាយើងទាំងពីរពិបាកបន្តបេះដូងជាប់នឹងសាច់ប្រែទៅជាថ្ម
That's the worst feeling. I like the way he said that. He said, my love for you turns to slave labor. And it's just at a certain point, you're keeping up this image that you thought you guys would have and pushing through so much pain and hardship. And sometimes there's that saying or that phrase, the sunk cost fallacy, which means that your brain gets fooled into thinking something's worth continuing because you've already put a lot of time, money, or effort into it. And it's used a lot in like gambling, where like people will say, well, I've already spent $10,000 gambling and I haven't hit the jackpot, so let me put another 5,000. Who cares, right? It's just adding to the bill. But at a certain point, you just got to cut your losses and say, you know, it's not going to work out.
ស្នេហ៍ប្រែខ្លាចជាកម្មជាទាសកល all the night គ្មានរូបអូនបងបិទភ្នែកដេកមិនលក់ blinding by the light គ្មានរូបអូនដូចជាធ្លាក់ក្នុងនោរូប put the shit aside ខំណាស់ដែរក៏ប៉ុន្តែនៅមិនអាចអូនវាជាបិសាចតាមមិនឡាយធ្វើឲ្យបងចិត្តតែខ្លាចឃ្លាតតែឆ្ងាយទៅទាំងកាយមិនសប្បាយនោះទេគិតឡើងវិញមិនចំណេញកុំចាក់ចេញបានទេប្រើកំហឹងប្រឹងបញ្ចេញសតតែខ្ញុំហើយនឹងគេគ្មានអ្នកណារកកំហុសបងមិនចង់ចាំទេ
You know, maybe it's because I've been thinking recently about some of my past mistakes and that sort of thing. And so it's hitting a little bit harder than home, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's not even about right or wrong. Sometimes you're like, you know what, you won. Let's not even fight anymore. And sometimes there isn't a right, you know what I mean? Sometimes both of you guys are wrong or it's just subjective. So that's what kind of sucks is there is no real guidebook on how to deal with situations.
គិតឡើងវិញមិនចំណេញកុំចាក់ចេញបានទេប្រើកំហឹងប្រឹងបញ្ចេញសតតែខ្ញុំហើយនឹងគេគ្មានអ្នកណាអ្នកខំរកកំហុសបងមិនចង់ចាំទេ Baby can you pick up my phone Baby can you pick up my phone on my phone
I like how it extended the beat out a little bit while he dropped in again. Also, can I just take a moment outside of all the sadness and say, that is a dope ass car. Ooh. Just hearing those strings right there really drives the point home. I like that. Oh, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but like, look at that shot. That is amazing because now again, maybe I'm overthinking it, but the way that I saw it, he's on his knees, you know, he's crying and it's raining, but because of the lights right behind it, doesn't it look like it's almost in the shape of angel wings? And again, maybe I'm misreading it, but like, look at this shot. Like that legitimately looks like rising angel rings. I think even if it wasn't intentional, it turned out to be a really cool shot that way. Okay, well that was VannDa Hit the Road. That was definitely a different pocket that I've seen him in. He's mentioned in other songs a little bit more related to love and a little bit slower, but I don't know if I've heard a full song from him that was about heartbreak and his take on it. So I really liked this, and again, I was already in that mindset mood anyway, both from my own personal thinking, but also like coming right off of Drake's album. And so I think I think it lined up perfectly. Like, because I'm only reacting to them in order, I'm not really picking the songs from him based on like what I've heard about them. So I think it's cool that it lined up, or it was a heartbreak song right after, like I said, all that stuff. Now, so yeah, like, subscribe, and comment if you guys like this video. To stay tuned for more. I'm gonna branch out to other artists, both from Cambodia and just around the world. I'm gonna do a little bit more American artists as well, but I'm not gonna overflow it or anything with it. And I'm still planning on doing different types of videos. It's just I'm in the middle of a move right now, so until this move is done, I'm having to just do continue what I'm doing right now, which are reactions, and then once I get settled in my new place, I can transition over to doing reactions and a couple of other types of videos that I'm working on. But those take a little bit more editing, a little bit more planning, and so I just haven't had the time. And then make sure you guys go check out that Discord as always. It's cool there. It's starting to fill up a little bit. I think we've gotten 11, 12 people. And so there's still plenty of spots in the first 100, but we'll get there. And catch you guys in the next one.